two teams have been playing for more than a century in the heartland of America, and today we're going to settle another chapter in this age-old rivalry where there's a brass bull awaiting the victor. And the Badgers will kick it away to start us off. And here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Iowa's offense will get the football first. Last time these two got together, Iowa came out in a swarm and just obliterated the Badgers.
Yeah, Iowa last year was just the team that came out guns blazing in that game, and they know this is one that really propels them for the rest of the season. Winning the Heartland Trophy means so much, and it means so much for their conference champion.
There he goes. Got enough for the first. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Running into the open space. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He's inside the 10. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be day, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And David, they've got a receiver that if he is able to command some extra attention, it could really help get this offense going.
Nah, and you need that playmaker out wide. That guy makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense. And he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Biletnikoff Award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game. And for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
wants to throw. Here comes the heat. He's got it. Breaks into the open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of data.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quickly out to the tight end. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Hall. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Trying to set up the screen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on third down. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Badgers. The extra point here would tie the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Iowa has the ball back on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, Lee.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running eastwards.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass ball here, guys.
72-pound brass ball. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but It's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with it.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bull on a stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they've got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to the trophy stand if they win.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Oh, better look out! On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Stepping to the right. He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Peppers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Buying some time as he moves left. Had nowhere to go with that one, had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity. Turning it on! The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Wisconsin! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll try the run. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Motion from the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of room to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Iowa. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Jackson. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Wants to throw it. They were trying to work the outside there. He played it perfectly, almost got the pick. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
1st and 10. Right back to the well. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hawkeyes will go for it on 4th down. He'll ride his man on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Trying the left side. Slithers into space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with the...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take it in for 6 more points. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got a little space. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Find some fresh air. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on hat to go get that first.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
Ooh, definitely dodged a bullet there. Listen, the quarterbacks don't run with the football all the time in practice, and they're not used to all that contact sometimes. Have a tendency to cough it up a little bit. A bad play because he coughed it up? Could have been worse, though. Good thing he landed on it.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The running back has it. Makes one man miss. There he goes. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Smith dropping to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in at the 40. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Iowa has the ball back on offense. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking for a crease. It's Peppers. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. The lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. They're dealing with a second and long. That's caught. It's Paul. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
Smith wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. What a play by this defense. Got room on the return. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Power football with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The Hawkeyes line it up with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Peppers. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The State scores it. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily...
Breaks into the open. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Makes the grab. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And that's exactly your job when you're a defense. You know, they're going to make throws. They're going to make catches. I got to get them on the ground. I got to limit the yak, the yards after the catch. Nice job breaking on the football, getting the wide receiver on the ground.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going back.
Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And this one is perfect. That'll close the gap to 14.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Going to the ground. Fighting off the defender. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Hawkeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Gets it to him on the screen.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Smith wants to throw. The short hands, it's Paul. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Going to the running game. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Offense facing fourth down.
The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it all right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark.
A shot toward the end zone. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the fly sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to hit the sideline on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Now, 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Iowa.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Tries to get it on the ground. And some room to work. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Sometimes you try to grab the brass ring. Other times you grab the brass bull. Iowa wins the Heartland Trophy as they take down Wisconsin.